Here's a Sears 2-speed 9-inch portable fan, tilting fan, model 348100. This is a fan that I bought on Mercari a while back. Decided to get it out and run it for a little while today. So yeah, I think this fan's probably from the 70's, mid to late 70's. I know some of the videos and images, etc., that I've seen like to say that these are from the 80's. I've even seen a couple that said these were from the 60's, but I don't really believe that at all. I'm going to say mid 70's, 75 to 79 range, late 70's maybe. The fan is in really nice shape. The box even looks pretty good. Shows its age, but that's about it. There's no manual, unfortunately, but the fan is extremely clean. I mean clean. So clean I have to doubt that it was ever even used. See if I can get in there and zoom in on that behind the badge, and that's really what kind of gave it away for me, was there's not a speck of dust on the back side of that cap. Usually those things would have something in it indicating that the fan had ran before, but no. Totally clean. And this doesn't look like it's ever had a finger on it. Really nice. You can see a little bit of the blade chipping there from the shipping incident. So I don't know if the person who sold me the fan shipped it with the guard loose, or if it just wiggled its way loose over time, or what, but this one was broken off, and the other two were not connected, and they had slid back down the back side of the guard. So when I opened the box, the guard had shifted and was resting on the blade. I mean, this thing was like one pothole away from that whole blade breaking like a Dorito. That's all it would have taken, I think, was one good bump, and would have been doomsday. But I got lucky. Got away with a couple of light scratches from the guard sliding on the blade a little bit, some minor chipping. Take a good look at this cord while we're at it. Just kind of pull it through here. See how clean this is? There's no stains, there's no wear or anything. Here's the, I'm guessing this is the original bread tie for the cord, and then here's the plug. This is another thing that makes me think it's from the 70's. Just the general plug design. So I'll get the fan plugged in here, and I guess when I ran the fan earlier, I noticed that the surface vibration was quite a bit worse than it was the last time that I had run the fan. And for whatever reason, that's just a thing with these fans. On a lot of the videos that I've seen, it seems like almost all of them have this issue where they either have a blade balance issue, or they just for some reason vibrate like crazy. So I started wondering if maybe it wasn't something to do with the stand. It doesn't really seem like a precision forming operation that they had there. So if that's not level, if that's not balanced, then any vibration coming from the fan is going to be made worse by the stand. So then I remembered that I had these, I bought these a while back, and I kind of forgot I had them. These furniture bumpers. So I cut up a couple of those. These are the ones here. And I just stuck them on the bottom, kind of like where the original ones were. Those are just like felt pads there. And it looks like the glue just didn't, well, that one's still there, but this one fell off. This one fell off. Oh, here's our sticker, by the way. Probably want to see that. Model 453-8100. 0.9 amps. Pretty strong. Anyway, as I ran the fan with these new pads on it, what I started to notice was it did seem to help with the surface vibration a little bit, but it also seemed like it transferred some of that vibration back up to the fan. And the motor was rattling slightly where it wasn't doing that before. It was just, all you could hear was the surface vibration. And then after I put the pads on, you could hear it in the motor all of a sudden. So that's not good. I kind of wonder if it doesn't have something to do with this. I broke the back part of the blade slightly. I had a really hard time getting the blade off, and when it eventually came off, it popped off. It didn't slide off, it popped off, and a couple of those little prongs in there that line up with there's like a little spring pin in there that rests up against the back of the blade. Might be able to see it better from another angle. Where am I at here? There. Okay, so you can see that little pin there, and on either side of it, it has those little prongs holding it in place. Well, I busted a couple of those off and had to super glue them back on. So I wonder if that has anything to do with the vibration. I honestly can't remember if the vibration was an issue before I got the blade off or if it started after. I don't really know. Man, that fan looks cool. Pretty cool. I think this must be a distinctly Lasko design. I don't know how much influence Sanyo would have really had with this. I've never really seen another fan like this other than the Lasko Galaxy Sears fans. Pretty cool. I really like this design. It's like a what's the word I'm looking for? Utility fan. Quintessential utility fan is what I was looking for. You know, I was kind of thinking that maybe if they added a handle to the back, a little metal handle, that might be a nice touch for it. But as a utility fan, I mean, you just grab the thing by the frame and carry it wherever you're going. Who needs the extra handle for it? It's not really a heavy duty type fan though. It's a utility fan, I would say, but it's not really a heavy duty type of fan. There's stuff on this that could easily break. Pretty cool though. The vibration isn't really bad on the low speed. It's on the high speed where it becomes really noticeable. Got the little airflow tester here. It's pretty good, so you can bet it's going to be even better on the high speed. It's a pretty strong fan. I mean, it's not really much stronger than the oscillating fans. It's about the same as those, I would say. Maybe it's a little stronger. Yeah. That'd be a good comparison to do sometime. If we're comparing low speed to low speed, I think that the low speed on this probably beats the oscillating fans on the low speed. This is more like a medium probably on those. I think the high speed might be about the same. I don't know though. Turn it up to high. So I started doing that a little bit. You can hear it on the surface too. I don't know if these were meant to tilt all the way up or not. Maybe not. Somebody had said for the vibration on some of these Galaxy and Lasko fans to try using a thicker oil. I guess that makes sense. I might have to try that. Couldn't hurt, I guess. But yeah, it's just, man, it's frustrating because it's another one of those fans that's like totally freaking awesome, except for the one thing. Like the one thing that makes it annoying. It rattles. Has vibration, and you don't really want to run it like that too much, because then you're going to end up with wear spots in your bearings and on your motor shaft, and the worse that gets, the worse the balance becomes, because now it has more room to wobble around, and then it just accelerates the wear process from there, and it ruins your fan. And I don't really know what to do about that. I mean, it doesn't, I guess I noticed a little bit of wobble in this. The blades seem to be spinning pretty true. It just seems like the hub has a little bit of a wobble to it. And it does move just a tiny bit, like this, like the shaft actually moves a little bit. So you don't really want to get that confused with the actual blade balance. There you can see where it is off a little bit. Seems to be where the blade's moving, but the hub is not. Maybe that can be corrected. Man, it just seems, as it spins down, it just seems really, really close, like too close to where I don't want to mess with it. But I don't know. We'll see what transpires. Nothing too soon from now, I can tell you that. We'll do a couple startup sounds on this, call it a day. Whoa. Okay, here's the low. Sometimes that sounds pretty cool too, just going from low to high. And we'll do a high speed. Spin down's pretty good. I was only able to lubricate the front bearing. I could not get to the rear bearing. Pretty stupid design. You can't even, it's like you have to pretty much have to cut the bolts off, which I might end up doing. You have to cut the bolts off, and then I think there's nuts on the other side of it. You can manage to get something back there to hold those. You can pull the bolts out, and then you can get the motor out. But man, that's just tedious. I don't have time for that right now. Here's the high speed. It really sounds like a Lasko fan. It really has that distinct kind of like late 70s Lasko whirring sound. I guess it's probably a Sanyo motor, I don't know. I don't know about the rest of it. I'll pick it up a little better on the low speed. Anyway, there it is. Sears 2-speed portable utility fan in the green color with the atomic logo. Looks sick. The green. One of the coolest fan logos of all time, my opinion. Thanks for watching.